Hey everybody, this is Karina. Tune in for the Cheese Man.
Hey guys, I'm so excited to be back in this comfort zone and this, how do you say, ambiente, the vibe. It's been a minute, so I'm excited to get on this mic.
That is for sure. We've been gone, like gone. I've been gone. But yeah, I'm back. You're back.
Starting the new year fresh.
And we've been good. And we've been here.
Yeah, for real. Y'all been keeping the fort down
I
for
can't
us.
say starting the new year fresh, but I can just say I started the new year.
Let's
Just leave it at that.
It is better than some other people that never started it.
Yeah, for
That's
real.
true.
We're blessed, regardless. We're
Yeah.
blessed.
Actually, New Year's Day was so good. Like, you know how they say, however you start your New Year's, how the rest of your New Year is gonna go.
Yeah.
And let me just say, I can't remember much, so I wonder if that's good or bad.
It's like we did our blackout.
Yes.
You started
It
clean
was
slate
fun.
for sure.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, clean slate.
But I do remember entering the new year.
Yeah.
Thank God.
I was like, after the count, like after it was new 2023, I was like, fuck yeah.
You were vibing.
Usually, I get really emotional because I'm like,
Mhm.
I'm so thankful, you know.
Same,
But this year, I was just like, yes, another year. I feel like 2022 was just not it. It was just so full
It was
of
rough.
Yeah, it was a rough year. So I was like, I'm so ready to just let it go, but in the past.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But so far, I think it's going well.
Yes.
And
So far,
actually,
so
for the
good.
podcast, we're doing pretty good.
Yes, and we've been way more active on TikTok, which is so good because I feel like that's where most of our followers and most of our audience comes from. Anyways, it's TikTok as well. Hey, but I want to know who the hell stole something of ours, bro. That's been on my mind. I kid you guys not. Like, I'm like, dang, someone really had the balls to be like, yeah, I stole something and I got it.
Hey, every morning it's like, ¿me robaron?
Yeah.
¿Te robaron, güey?
No, y se acuerdan, like one of them had a crush in middle school. I'm like, who the hell had a crush
I
on
wonder.
who?
I'm
Like,
like, who would?
I want to know.
It was one of y'all for sure.
I don't
Yeah, that's
know.
pretty sure.
I'm like, middle school was years ago.
Okay,
boy.
but do y'all checked out the latest ones? Okay, it was my fault because I
Uh-huh.
didn't check them. And then all of a sudden, I went in it and there was like more. Y'all saw them?
No, I never.
I
Oh my
think
God.
I think because I don't have the
did.
app, I'm not able to respond or say
Okay,
anything.
so somebody said they kissed an animal once.
Oh
my
yeah, I
God.
saw that one. I saw
Oh my
that.
god, they kissed an animal?
Yes.
But don't people kiss their
Yeah,
dogs
I
all
was
the
gonna say,
time?
I kissed
Well, I wanted to know exactly what they
what
did.
animal?
I hate cuando te den. I kissed them.
What is that
You need
one?
more Jews. Like,
What is that one thing called when you like have sex with an animal? What is it
Oh
called?
god.
Oh no.
Bestiality.
Bestiality,
Ándale,
dude. Don't let it be a
bestiality.
case of bestiality.
That's the
Way.
first thing that came to my
It's
mind.
like
Yes.
we're reporting you. We're reporting you.
And then somebody said I have to shave my pubes every day.
Oh
Are y'all
my
serious?
damn,
I
that
cannot.
sucks.
Yeah, to
Every
be honest,
day,
I'm
though?
not, yeah, I'm not
That
that
could irritate
type.
his skin.
Mhm.
I'm sorry.
That's razor burn for sure.
I hope y'all exfoliating. Yeah, I'm serious. And then another one, they said I made out with the teacher.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
They
I don't
really
know
be-
how to take that though.
They be
I'm
getting
like, are y'all
X-rated.
okay?
Were you groomed?
I think
That's what I said.
Guys, I recently started rewatching Pretty Little Liars
Yay.
and how
I'm
she's with
saying.
her teacher, and I was like, oh
Mhm.
my god, what the heck? I never noticed
But
how
while I was watching it, I was
weird
like,
it looked.
oh my
I know, because he's so cute and everything, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh,
That's
but
Guys,
that is
you know
weird.
that happens a lot. Like
Oh, I
a
thought you were
lot.
gonna say it happened to you. Did it happen to you?
No, it didn't
Oh.
happen
But
to me.
I know someone that it has happened to.
That they were in a
Relationship
relationship
with their
the
teacher, yes, and it happened for a long period of time. Like it was a good 2
Like
years.
2-3 years.
How old was the teacher?
She was. I'm not gonna lie. She was because she was my teacher too. So when I found out, I was
shit.
like,
It was a she.
It was a she teacher.
It was
a she with the
teacher.
she,
It
or
was
a she
A
with
she
the
with the
she?
A
she?
she with the she, yeah. And dude, guys, get this.
my.
The teacher actually got caught up, and she had to stop completely teaching, like completely,
Oh, they
like all
switched from her.
schools, everybody,
Damn.
everything.
When did this
Yeah.
happen?
This
Can we get more
happened.
info?
This happened my junior year.
So aquí no
Junior
voy.
years, yeah, aquí no voy.
Esta estás exposed.
cozy.
Yeah, don't. I'm like, don't put the Okoy in there.
Fuck that.
But yeah,
Pero Okoy High School is not just
Didn't they
one.
had a
It was
teacher?
a
coach.
teacher.
Yeah,
One of my coach. He was my teacher.
He was my teacher too. He was
uh-huh.
super cool.
He was, but he was a nasty man. And then un security guard, I think.
I'm sorry, but
They
that's
Okoy High?
grooming. No matter what, that's grooming. I don't care if they say like, oh, the kid knows what he's doing or they know what they're getting themselves into. But no,
Pero
I'm
creo
sorry.
que ya a los 16, 17 sabes qué vergas
No,
estás
even
haciendo.
then.
No,
Yeah,
actually,
Sí.
your brain doesn't really know
develop till
until
22, 21.
actually it's till 19.
Oh,
But
that's
still,
the
we're
thing.
still
Yeah,
a
that's
while.
still- But I'm sorry, but to me, it's just nah. The teacher knows what the hell is going on.
Yeah, they're grown.
You're a
They
teacher.
know. They know
Okay.
better.
You're right. You're
question.
right. Yeah.
Okay, question.
They're straight up adults.
Okay. Okay. But let's just say they weren't a teacher. You met them out in Burger King or lo que
Oh
sea.
yeah, like a
Would it still be wrong? Or
Yes.
you're saying
Yes.
it's wrong because they're teachers?
No, it's
still
wrong.
wrong.
It's wrong.
It's
Yeah.
Completely. Anything in their teen years, don't fuck with kids. Wait till they're 19 or older.
This
Like, I'm
bitch.
sorry. Even 18 to
But
me
I
is like.
feel like even age gaps that are like 10, 15 years apart, I question. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah, you were
It's
groomed.
too-
I'm sorry.
yeah, like I see, I don't know if you ever saw the trend on TikTok where it says 21 and then
Oh
It'd
yeah.
be like 49.
bitch, some
That
people
shit's
were like
everywhere.
15, 21, and I'm like,
What?
what the fuck?
Wait, no,
There's a
guys.
lot, though.
Back then,
Yeah, that's how we were.
when I was like 10 or 12, my friends were like 13, 14, or
Mhm.
12, and they were dating like a 21, 22
That is
year old.
disgusting.
And if you think about it, dang.
Yeah,
If
so
you
that's
think
why I was
about
like, okay, I
it,
guess.
like, what do
that's-
they know? Like you're a
I don't
kid.
know. But one thing though, I would be like, oh, yo también me voy a buscar un novio así, because my friends used to have the good clothes, the shoes, siempre las
So las
sacaban.
But
I
I wonder
don't
how
know,
their
but-
mental state is now.
Yo, for
I mean,
real though.
she got about 4 kids now, bro.
Oh, dang.
I mean, I don't
Not
know.
going well.
I'm like, I don't know.
Oh,
It's
Were
the
you the one that said I
It's
never
still-
got vaccinated?
yeah, I never. No, I have
Yeah,
one
you
vaccine.
did.
I got one vaccine. Pero it's because of the seasons are changing, and I've been,
Yeah.
I've been getting them flemas. It's not cute.
Well,
Face
yeah.
mask, face mask.
So another of the
But-
confessions was I never got vaxxed, which is fine.
But I mean,
You
like,
ain't
is
gonna die.
that
Just
no
take
wait? But
precautions.
is vax like since you were born? No
Yeah, I
vax?
think it's
or
since
you're
you
like,
were born.
Oh, I don't know. They just said
or like
I never
vax
got
like
vaxxed.
COVID.
I took it like COVID.
Yeah.
Did you get vax? I mean, you don't have to answer it.
Yes, I did, but not fully. Like, I
Oh my
didn't finish
God,
the
me
thing.
too.
Yeah.
Just the first one, and I was like,
I'm
Yeah,
like, that's not
yeah,
something
bitch,
I
that-
should be proud of. I'm just like,
Well,
I'm gonna call the COVID
bitch,
police.
it dropped me really bad. Like I got sick off of it.
Guys, yo me acuerdo cuando no, I just put one, right?
Mm.
And it's supposed to be 2 doses.
Yeah.
And I
Well,
remember
now
these-
they're like on the fifth or something.
yeah, people used to ask me like, were you vaccinated? Like, did you get both? Yeah, I got both. Knowing damn well I only got one.
My
And
dad,
like, you
he
go-
got 3.
Yeah.
He got 3 because
Yeah, we told
obviously
him
had
to
the
get it.
booster.
we had to because he was immune compromised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had to. I saw something, actually a video where this guy, he took samples of people's shoes
I don't know.
and took samples of people's house, and you literally bring everything that you step on. Imagine if you accidentally step
Yeah.
on throw up at Walmart and then you
You
come
bring it
home,
in.
you're actually bringing the throw up to your house.
But everybody knew that already.
No,
Yeah.
but I'm saying like, no, I didn't know that. Like
Yeah.
obviously,
I feel like
obviously,
you're
it's
stepping
common
outside.
sense, obviously, but
Yeah.
you don't really actually think of the fucking germs. Because if we really thought about it,
Because I
Girl,
feel like
there's
take
germs
off-
all over the place. You
No,
got
but
germs in your mouth
I
right
feel
now.
like-
I know, but I'm just saying, like,
Okay,
I
you
feel
didn't
like
know
a
how
lot of-
severe it was.
Yeah, I was gonna say because most people that I go to their house, they make me take off like even if they don't have carpet, they be like, "Oh, leave your shoes by the door."
Yeah.
They don't
Yeah,
bring
because-
shoes all the way into their house, and I'm like, it's never something. I feel like it's rich people shit.
no, bitch, that
No,
comes in my
that's
issues.
cleanliness.
That comes in my issues because then
with the bacteria.
I'm too.
Your
I'm
house too. You
Yeah.
see, yeah, your house too.
No, I
I just realized. I don't remember.
Imagine if Joanna was like, pinche gente mamona.
Yeah, I'm over here.
No.
I'm over here. No, girl, that's not. That's being. That's
No.
being.
Yeah, I was gonna say whose house have I gone to that does that? Yeah, it's you. I'm just saying.
No, pero
No, but I did
a
it
mí me
because
da
of that,
vergüenza.
because
A mí
of
me da
COVID.
vergüenza.
Okay.
Like to tell people, take off your shoes.
She didn't even have to tell us. We just knew. Like we see the
No,
shoes by
like
the door.
even if you
Uh-huh.
guys, if I feel that, como Karina, if I be like, Karina, take off your shoes, I feel like she would look at me like,
No, but that's the
pendeja.
thing. Like, if you see, like, I feel like because we saw the shoes,
The pair of shoes by the door, you're
we're
like, okay.
That was
Mhm.
automatic instinct. I took off my shoes right then and there.
Mhm.
I was like, oh.
Yeah.
But I think that's good. Regardless, that keeps your house clean. That
Yeah.
keeps your
Joanna,
What?
she went from like, that's stupid, that's weird, and to like,
No,
yeah, that's
I'm
clean.
saying no, but I'm saying to me it's rich people shit. Like I wouldn't do that at my house because my house is always like to
No,
me
but
it's
you
always
can
dirty.
implement it.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can
yeah,
just
yeah.
implement it.
Johanna, don't expose our house. This bitch say our house is always dirty. Girl, my house
No,
is
it's not that it's not always
Karina's like,
dirty.
my room
She
is
says
clean.
she feels.
I feel
Oh.
like it's always
But
dirty.
it
Like I
doesn't mean that
don't,
it
you know what I
is.
mean? And
Yeah,
like you said, it's not
like-
something that's implemented. It's not something that like my mom's been like, hey, cuidado con lo que traes para adentro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So I feel like once that becomes a routine, then it makes your house cleaner. It makes you feel more,
Yeah.
clean.
It's because you have a lot of space, to be honest. Because I've tried it here in my house. Like when I told my kids, like, oh, when you're outside, bring. Pero nomás es un pinche estacadero aquí de zapatos, like, aquí,
And
like,
yeah.
y todos se andan
And then
tropezando
shoes.
con los zapatos allí, and I'm like, you know what?
gotta
Just
find
pick
a
them
little
up.
But that's why you leave a pair of shoes outside, because those are outside
The
shoes.
fucking dog shoes.
Oh, I forgot about your dog, girl.
Girl, my Crocs, they're
Yours.
gone. I don't know.
Oh, the purple ones?
Yes, the only pair of Crocs I
Ya se
have.
los chingó.
Ya se los mamó away, and I'm like, fuck. Yeah, we can't leave them outside.
My dog, thank God, my dog has gotten so much better. Like he does not chew none of my shit no more. We really like put it.
You guys are really bad with that.
Yeah, dude, we were so bad. Like every new pair of shoes that I had, he would get them right away. I'd be like,
no,
One time,
no.
Joanna's smart ass. She decided to put him in my mom's room, right?
no, it's not. I
Yeah.
decided we had to.
Whatever.
Because
had to.
because we were giving up our room for a relative that came over. So my mom was like, just stay in my room. And I was like, fine, but my dog is coming with me. Like, he's coming with me.
Like,
to the room.
Guys, she got a canine.
Yeah, I have
Oh,
a German Shepherd. So that motherfucker's big. So we left him in there for like literally an hour, dude. An hour. He tore my mom's brand new high heels, bro.
She
Nice.
hadn't even worn them yet.
Yeah, and they were for a quinceañera. And she was so upset, dude. I just now bought her new shoes.
Damn.
But when I tell you they were a bit the fuck up, like there was no saving them. Like, I was like, damn.
Like,
You're like, you couldn't glue them back.
No,
Her
man.
foot would literally slide out.
Dude, just know that day Lobo got his ass beat. Not beat, but he got in trouble. Like my mom was yelling at him, Hector was yelling, I was yelling at him. I was like, Lobo!
Pobrecito.
Yeah, and he knows when he's in trouble because he just goes,
But he still kept on doing it.
Mira mis zapatos.
I bet she wanted to cry.
It took a
She's
good
like,
it took a good 5 pairs of shoes for him to like completely leave the habit. But imagine 5 pairs of shoes.
That's a lot of money.
Chanclas.
I don't know, but it was funny because one
He's a
time
big
me and
dog.
Karina, we were on the phone, and Joanna, well, she has a babysitter for her dog because she goes to work.
Yeah. Well,
So-
my partner go to work.
So it was funny because she was like, somebody was knocking, and Karina was like, oh, they're here for Lobo. And Karina was like, oh my God, look, he knows. He was already standing at the door. He literally runs to the door.
And he gets in the car. Like, he goes right to the passenger side.
Espérate. Do you have a babysitter that picks up your dog?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Like literally like a baby. Like they come pick him up and we go pick him up.
School bus.
Yeah. Let's go.
But the way that Karina was like, oh, he just goes right in the car like nothing. Like he knows that.
And
that
not even
is
that,
right.
but
Is
if
he
you
getting
tell
trained?
him, well, we're training him slowly, but we haven't fully trained him because he still barks at people, but he barks at them and then smells them. And then,
Attacked.
No, thank God, no.
No,
Thank God he
He's
has
a
not
sweet-
bit anybody because he's a big dog.
Mhm.
But he does bark at people. We're trying to get him to stop. But Hector's like, but we need to teach him, like, if someone comes up to us, like,
you have to.
yeah.
Protective.
But even if you tell him, like, oh, you want to go outside? Oh, he'll fucking goes to the door and sits right there, like, bitch, take me outside. He's so cute.
He just hears outside. He se baja
yeah,
de-
se va, and
or
he's
he
like,
gets up.
and we're trying to teach him, like, because, my babysitter is my suegra. So he'd be like, you want to go to grandma's house? And we're trying to teach him, like, that's your grandma's house. And I
¿Qué
think
dice?
it's funny.
Don't be telling him I'm the grandma.
Yeah, she tells him, like, I'm not his grandma. And I'm like, yes, you are. Low-key. Even my mom would be like, mira tu nieto, mira.
Oh man.
Perro.
Yeah. So my mom
I,
hates
when we had
Lobo.
ours, I'm like, mamá, llévate tu nieta también. Like, she would take my kids. I'm like, te falta una. Y dice, no, esa no. And I'm like, okay. But yeah. All right, guys. So for this week's topic,
I'm ready because it's story
Ooh.
time. I kind of get to.
Story time.
Yeah, we're gonna share a little bit of our scary moments ever in fucking life. We're gonna see
Ever in fucking
when we
life.
got the shit scared out of us. Because I know I've had plenty.
I've had a few.
Really? Plenty.
Yes, girl. I didn't realize it until I was like, dude, these were just moments of my life where I really thought girl, my life was in danger. I had to call SOS 911 SOS. Like, so I'm gonna go ahead with my first experience.
okay.
This was happened, I want to say a good 3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago. I had already graduated. I had already behind my job. This is when I was living that independent girl life. Not that I don't live it now, but I feel like now
You were fresh at it.
yeah, I was fresh. Like, girl, I was in the streets 25/8, and I was just never home. And this was on Halloween. So there was a big Halloween party, I remember. Everybody was going, and I was like, oh, I'm so excited. I got out of work, and I get out of work late. I get out like at 10, 11 if I work a night shift.
Mhm.
So I had to hurry up, take a shower, get into my little costume. And then I went to go meet up my friend, and we were like, oh, let's Uber there. We were being responsible todavía. We were like, let's Uber so we don't, we're not drinking and driving. And then, so as we're ordering our Uber, we left my truck close by, like to where we were going to wait for the Uber. But we were waiting in like a neighborhood, and it was like, how do I say, it's a rough neighborhood. Like, it's a really rough neighborhood. So, but we felt confident because our car was like my car was right there. So we just waited by the street. And as the Uber's like literally like 3 minutes away, 5 minutes away. So we get out of our car and we're like, okay, let's wait for it right here so it doesn't get lost. So we're in the, like, literally like in the middle of, not in the middle of the street, but we're like, how do I say, like at a stop sign where another street comes. So then as we're waiting, we just see a bunch of men walking, like about 4 men. But we don't think much of it because, like I said, it's it's really crowded neighborhood. So I was like, oh, like they're walking home from the bar. Or
So it's just you and who else?
me and my friend, me and my
Okay.
best friend.
Okay.
So we're just waiting, and like as they're coming, like as they're walking closer and closer, they're walking our direction, like they're coming straight at us.
Jeez.
But I was like, nah. We even started acting like we were on our phone. I was like, get on your phone. Like, I don't want them to come up to us. Sure enough, they come up to us, and like they're being hostile. Like they start like cornering us like into a corner, and they're like, where are you guys going? How much? Like they kept, yes, girl. They were asking us how much. And we weren't even wearing provocative outfits. We were literally wearing, like, I was a cowgirl. And she was like, I don't even remember what she was, but we were not wearing provocative clothes. So I was already like, what the fuck, this fucking bitch. I was getting mad, and they only spoke Spanish. Yup. So, I hate those men, because they'd be like, Aida está bien chula. Like, they were talking about us so disgustingly and disrespectful. And I started, like, they started talking to each other. They were like, andale. Like, so, bitch, I got scared. Yes, bitch. And I was like, come on, like, let's go. Like, fuck that. And I was like, we're not getting taken today. And I was like, I'm gonna call the cops. I grabbed my phone and I grabbed my friend by the hand, and I'm like, I'm gonna call the cops. Well, in Spanish, I'm like, voy a llamar a la policía. Váyanse de aquí, pinches cochinos. Bro, I was going off because I just was like, I need to make as much noise as I can, because these men, like, I really felt like they were trying to corner us. 4 of them, and they look drunk as hell already.
Oh, hell no.
So I was like, no, dude, like, they're really trying to do something to us. So then I'm like, no, come on. I'm like, váyanse de aquí. I'm like, yo ya tengo la policía aquí. ¿Quieres que les llamen? Dude, in that moment when I'm screaming at them, like screaming my life away in Spanish, the Uber's pulling up. And I'm like, oh my God.
Was it a man?
It was a man. But we ran to the Uber. We did not care at that point. It was an old man. He was really, really nice.
You told the Uberman what was going on?
He asked us, he's like, are you guys in danger? I'm like, I think we are. He's like, get in. And another thing to add was that we had alcohol with us. We had White Claws. We had 1 case of White Claws. And I don't know if that had something to do with like why they approached us.
Yeah, that has nothing. Like,
that's so disrespectful. You're like, bitch, I'm not on OBT.
Bitch, exactly. Like, bitch, I'm not out here like, hey, like,
even if you were, like, I feel like there should always be a respect. A woman should never feel cornered by 4 men.
Bitch, and not even
no matter if you're butt ass naked on the way.
No, but the way they were like, andale. something, they like talking to each other, like, bitch, do something.
Yeah.
Fuck no,
That's
like
scary.
that's
scary
fucking
part.
scary. So we like, dude, me and her started dead ass crying. Like we were crying
Aw.
in the Uber, and we were like, oh my god, bro. Like I was telling Uber, like I don't know, like I don't know where they just came at us. They were like, did you guys get their faces? And we were like, yeah. They were like, do you want us to call the cops? I was like, no. Like I'm already going to this Halloween party.
Joanna was like, yo, ya quiero ir al
Yeah,
pinche
I was
party.
like, I'm trying to party. No, but guys, I really seriously thought like, oh my god, I'm gonna get raped out here.
But don't you feel like if they did it to you,
They
what
could do
about
it
the
to other
next
people.
girl? Like, you
No,
didn't
tell
thought
me
about
why.
that?
Other
Yeah,
little girls.
tell me why. Like a couple days after, we kept looking for them because we were like, there was we had friends that they were like, tell us who they are, bro, so we can like
Fuck 'em
keep
up.
yeah, or like keep an eye out, or
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
go destroy something at their house, like literally us little ass teenagers, we were like, yeah, let's go and see. We could never find them, we could never see, and everyone's always out there, like it's a close knit neighborhood, like every house was right next to each other.
Yeah.
So everybody was always outside, like there was always people outside, and I never ever saw them. And I was always in that neighborhood because my best friend lived there, and I would always tell her like, oh my god, if you see them, let me know. She said she never ever saw them again. But I
That's
promise
why we
you
need
guys,
to
like,
carry pepper spray.
yes, and ever
Yeah,
since
yeah.
then,
A
that was my
weapon.
first time I bought pepper spray, because I was like, hell, fuck no, like no
Oh, yeah,
shit
you
like that
did.
has ever come. Yeah, that's just ever happened to me where I feel like there's nothing I can do. I literally felt like there was nothing. Like I kept looking around me, like, is there a rock? Like, is there something I
Imagine
could
if
throw
you
at
had
them?
spray, you'd be like, when you heard him say, do something, do
Yeah.
something, you would spray the fuck out of them.
No,
Oh,
dude, and the
poor
way
them
that
bitches.
we literally had two on one side and two on the other.
Oh
Like
my god.
it was, oh my god, it was so
That's-
horrible. And thank God my friend was speaking up with me. Like she was not scared either, because
Yeah.
dude, I don't know what I would have done if it was just me by myself. Like,
Wow.
I was so
Because
scared.
sometimes I feel like
We
we
froze.
say like,
Yeah.
oh, I would have said this, but sometimes something happens to you,
freeze.
And
and
you're
you're
in
like,
shock.
fuck, like did that really just happen? Like, and
Yeah.
you can't even collect your words. Like you have the words, but they just don't come out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But that was scary as fuck. Like I thank God that had never ever happened to me again. But I was like, fuck, dude. Like I really, really thought like this is it. Like, and I just kept grabbing my phone so tight, like so tight to the, just in case I had a wham on somebody. Because I was like,
I would have
fuck,
called.
no.
I wouldn't threaten. I would have called 911, and I would have been like, "Help! Help! 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 Help!"
But yeah.
Oh, sister.
Yeah, that was like really, really crazy. And then there was this other time.
She's like,
I got one more. I'm like, I got one more. So, this was a way longer than that. This was still when I was like 18, so I was a little bit younger. And I remember that day. It was we went to the club for some reason, but I remember, thank God, Karina was there with me, and we went with a bunch of my friends, my best friend, and then two other friends of mine. And I remember we were all drinking from the same cup. This is where I don't understand what the fuck happened. I don't know if it was just me or like something was actually in the cup.
We
like,
were drinking off in the same cup, but then you kind of grabbed it and you kept it for a minute. Then you were dancing in the crowd with the cup.
mhm.
So then,
But I was never by myself. Like I was always with my friend or her.
but she had her cup in her hand.
Yeah, I had my cup in my hand the whole time. But that's the thing. Like everyone was drinking from that cup. Like
Okay.
so there was, to me, I'm just like, there's no way. So after a while of us like dancing and just being okay, my best friend's like, "Oh, I'll be back. Like I'll be right back." I was like, "Okay." And so she leaves, and then like I just stay with Karina.
Mhm.
And then out of nowhere, guys, I just swear, like I'm just listening to the music, vibing out, and then I felt like how I felt when I'm gonna pass out. I started feeling like I couldn't hear anything. Everything was like going like spacey. And I told Karina, I literally whispered to her ear. I was like,
Just go to the bathroom. Take me
Uh-huh.
to the bathroom. I was like, okay.
I was like, can you take me to the bathroom right now? And I'm just holding on to her like this, like with all my might. I'm just holding on to her.
And did she look off?
A little bit. She looked like worried, but I was like, oh, maybe she, maybe something happened where she felt uncomfortable and she wanted to leave or go to the bathroom. So as I'm going into, like, walking into the bathroom, I felt her weight on my shoulders heavier, like she was gripping for the life of her. So I'm like, I turn around, I'm like, Joanna, and then like she like collapsed
Straight on the floor, on my face.
Oh my
she
God.
collapsed on
And
me.
Karina said she had to drive me to the restroom, but I don't even
Like
remember.
I picked her up, and then I picked her up, and then I was like, Joanna.
But yeah, guys, after I collapsed, I just remember waking up, and Karina thought something was completely wrong with me. But I swear, like I literally was only drinking, and I felt like woozy, so freaking woozy. I was like, dude, something definitely like somebody put something in my drink or something
I
because the
agree.
way I just collapsed. And
Yeah,
even
that's
after
just-
that, like I
I
didn't
agree.
feel right. I didn't feel like I kept waking up and going back to bed, waking up and passing back out. So I was like, dude,
It
there's
was very
something
scary.
completely wrong. But
Even I was like, I literally almost slapped her in her face. I just kept like,
what did you take? What did I was like, I didn't take nothing.
yeah. I'm like, Joanna, there's no possible way your little blue drink, it was the Blue Island. There's no way that shit is gonna get you like this. I was like, I'm drinking from the Blue Long. I'm drinking from that same cup.
Yeah.
There's no possible way. She's
Right.
like, yeah, I don't know what happened. I just feel so weird. I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I'm pretty sure somebody said something into
Something
my
in her
drink.
to her drink.
That's insane.
Yeah, and
That's scary.
yeah, that's fucking scary. And after that, I don't look at the cups the same. I'm like, fuck.
Good. That's
Yeah.
good because sometimes you just need a little scare.
Yeah, to really
To be
like,
safe.
and just to be
It
more,
wasn't that big of a
to
scare.
be like self-aware.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what it was. Not really like, oh,
Don't go to the
yeah,
club.
don't fucking go
Mhm.
there ever, but more to be more self-aware and just
Yeah.
be careful what I'm doing, you know,
Mhm.
because that shit can happen to anybody. So
Mm-hmm.
it was just a scary situation.
Yeah. Well, I think mine was my car accident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. that was
Um, and this was, I think I was 18 as well.
Yeah.
Young and dumb. Not trying. I was not the one driving. But yeah, I was on the passenger side. And that day, for some reason, I would always buckle up. And that day, I didn't buckle.
Oh,
And the reason I
shit.
didn't buckle was because we were having issues with with the
The clip.
the clip, because sometimes it would let you would buckle up and then it wouldn't let you go, like you would get stuck
That's
there.
Oh,
Like, it
shit.
was horrible.
Yeah.
And so that day I was like, you know what, I don't want to deal with it. So
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
ain't trying to
buckle.
struggle.
So when we slid off, it was raining, so we slid off, and like we were so close to like a bridge, so the car could have fallen down too.
God.
But I remember we slid off, and the car actually turned 3 times, I think.
Oh,
It,
shit.
yeah.
Like
So
you
it rolled.
flipped?
Yeah, I flipped 3 times or 2 times, one of those two.
Mhm.
And when I was in the passenger, like when everything was happening,
Mhm.
in that moment, it was like all slow motion. I don't know how to
So
explain it.
you felt or you saw yourself lifted off your seat and
Uh-huh.
roll,
And like the glass, like
Going
flying,
everywhere.
like all around me,
and all your belongings in your car.
everything. And it was so funny because I literally felt like somebody laid me down, like somebody was guiding me, like
Yeah.
like I was flowing.
Like the gravity, like if you're in the galaxy. Like
Yeah.
like you were just being held in one spot. But what?
Mhm.
Oh my god, that's
It was so
creepy.
insane. And then I landed all the way in the back. So we landed
Oh,
with
shit.
the tires were up.
Oh.
I think. I think, yeah, because of the
Yeah.
way I was placed.
Oh, you
So,
were like flat on the
yeah,
on the
so
top.
se
Mhm.
volteó. So I landed on the way back, and just the feeling, like I could feel it in my spine right now. When I was like, when everything stopped, it came to a stop, right? That's when I feel like somebody actually like brought me down.
Mhm.
But at the same time, when I landed, when my whole body landed on the floor, I felt my bones cracking from my neck all the way to my spine, like
my
little by little, I see like a domino effect, like when the
Mhm.
dominoes are
Yeah.
falling.
You heard
I
it
felt
crack.
it crack like from my neck,
Mhm.
all the way up to like my
Yeah, your tailbone.
my tailbone. And right after that, like I literally felt cold, like immediately coldness all over my body.
Oh, man.
I don't know if it was because I was so scared. I don't know.
Yeah.
The adrenaline.
Oh yeah, the adrenaline, and like I remember trying to pull myself out, but at the same time I couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Like you couldn't
And
move that
I
much.
couldn't move. So I remember just sticking one of my hands out, like hoping like somebody could see
Oh
me.
my god.
Yeah, but because we were like literally on OBT, so it was
Yeah.
full. And I remember, I don't know if it was a guy I don't know if it was a man or a woman,
Mm-hmm.
but I remember them coming and they didn't want to move me. They were scared to move me.
Yeah.
But I remember them telling me like, "Don't be scared. We already called. They're on their way."
Yeah.
And when they were getting me out, they actually, I think they had I don't know if like I'm so like out of it, like
Yeah.
I guess because I was so scared.
Mhm.
But I think they had a cut. So for me, in order to get me out, they had
Cut
to
the
cut a
car.
part, yeah, cut a part out. And like, like on the way there, like it was crazy because I couldn't feel my feet. But I don't know. I don't know if it was because of the incident that had just happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like later on, like they had told my mom, like there was a chance that I wasn't gonna walk.
Oh no.
Yeah, so like
Doctors
everybody,
always go for like the
the
most,
worst,
the
worst
worst.
ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when I guess they had a look at the car and everything, and they had told my mom also that if I had been buckled that day, I would have gotten killed because todo del frente, everything from the front was like literally
Smushed in.
smushed.
Oh yeah, and
It
then
got
you said
dented.
the seatbelt would
And
get
the
stuck.
yeah, and the
Jesus
seatbelt would
Christ.
get stuck. So I literally would have I would have been stuck there.
Yeah.
I would literally get
Died.
decapitated pretty much.
Yeah.
'Cause
Oh, the whole front was
the
gone.
whole front was gone.
So I
Oh,
feel like
shit.
that's where it's a moment where like you're like, damn, like
I'm
you
here for a
know
reason.
exactly like porque imagínate todo siempre ponte tu cinturón
Yeah.
por lo mismo que te puede pasar algo
Yeah.
pero for a reason you didn't wear your seatbelt
Yeah.
because if you would have worn you would not have been here.
No, you wouldn't have flown to the back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The safest place in the car
Yeah.
at that time
To the back.
was the back.
Yeah, and like like in that moment, like I felt scared, but I didn't feel too scared. I don't know if I felt scared in the moment because I was like,
my
what
God.
is
What's gonna
happening?
happen
Like, because
to
it took me
me?
by surprise.
Yeah.
But I felt like a very comfortable feeling. Like I really felt something was with me.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it was, but I wasn't so scared. Like after the fact that that I knew was still alive, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's when I was
Yeah.
getting freaked out.
Yeah.
But because of that car accident, I had to wear a brace for like 3 months, like
Wow.
24/7.
Yeah.
I had a
Shit.
I had
To
a
get your
A
brace.
back brace.
And I do have 3 fractures. So yeah.
You still have them?
Oh yeah, I still have them.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you
So
were
you probably-
older, huh?
You probably
Yeah.
can't get like you can't get an adjustment.
Okay.
An adjustment.
And I do get them.
You do get them?
I do get them, but I mean, it's okay for me to get them, but I have them in places where I guess I don't know what they have said that probably the one in the because I have one in the neck, but it's not to that point where it's so severe, but
It's a small fracture.
yeah, it's a small fracture.
Shit.
Yeah, but yeah, that was my scary.
Oh my
That
God.
is
I really
scary.
thought-
That shit, it gave
Girl,
me the
that
chills.
really
It did
almost
give me
took
the
your
chills.
life. I'm like,
Yeah.
that literally did almost take
I
your
think
life.
car accidents are like
Scary as fuck.
Hell yeah.
And for a while, I was scared to get in a car.
I bet.
And then when I
yeah.
started
I was
driving,
gonna say how traumatic that can be.
yeah. Y fíjate que
Jesus.
even though the seatbelt was gonna be a bad thing for me, every time that I get in a car till this day, I'd be like, everybody buckle up, put your seatbelt on. And my kids are
Yeah.
used to that. Like now they go in and they
Yeah.
buckle up
Yeah,
because
same
how
here.
traumatized I am.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Jesus.
that's my story, guys.
It's scary.
It
Mhm.
was scary.
Okay, so my story time. Okay. When I was really young, when I started partying and shit, I was like 17. I was like 16, 17. I was a morrita. And I remember my mom, I was such a bad kid, goddamn. There'd be moments where I wouldn't even ask permission to go out. I would be like, Mom, I'll be back, bye. And I would literally do that. I would like run out the house, get in the
So
car,
mom didn't even have a chance to tell her like no or where
get
you
in
going
the car
or...
and leave. And I would just turn off my phone for a good minute and then I'll turn it back on.
Damn.
Well, this one time I was like, let me ask my mom. She's like, no, you can't go. I was like, why not? Like, let me go with my
Oh my
friends. Like,
gosh, she
you
was
don't
so
have to
she
take
would
me
get so
nowhere.
annoying.
I'm like, you don't have to drive me, because that was one thing.
And
would
mom
always
would
be
say
like,
no, and she'll come back 20 minutes later. Ma, please, ándale, ma.
Not even like 5 minutes later.
please, mom, please. Anyway, so that day I remember we were at my uncle's house and we were leaving. Entonces, pues, you know how Hispanics are. Se andan despidiendo, pero andan
They
hablando
take forever.
outside.
Yeah.
So we were in the car and over here like, Mom, hurry the fuck up. I'm trying to go to this party. And then my mom is very like, ella cree en muchos dichos and shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, Mom, let's go because I'm gonna go to the party. She's like, no, you're not gonna go nowhere. And as soon as like we were just like talking about it, she was coming towards the car to leave. An owl, and she says that owls are really bad, that they mean like que algo malo va a pasar, that something bad is going to happen when you see an owl or you hear it cry by your house or whatever.
Mhm.
And one landed like literally in front of my car. Like the lights were on and it landed like right on the concrete, but in front of my car.
Mhm.
My mom was like, oh, you see, that's a sign that you shouldn't go. You see what I'm telling you? And I was like, whatever. I ignored her, got ready, got home, got ready, and I ended up with my friends. And like it was across town. This was on the east side. This party was on the east side.
Mhm.
I'm talking like a party of grown ass people, like
Like
not even high
always.
school, like college students. Yes,
Yeah.
a 16-year-old partying with college students. And yeah, we were lit as fuck. Pero en aquel tiempo yo no tomaba mucho. Because no sé, yo creo no me animaba. I don't know. I just wasn't such an alcoholic like I am now. I'm just kidding. No, but yeah. So
But you were young and new, so
yeah, I think probably that's why I
you
was
were young and
scared.
new. Now she old
And
and
New
used
to the game.
and could you not, like, we're leaving, and of course there was a lot of people at the house party drunk as fuck. And here we are leaving the neighborhood, and there was a car in front of us, and it was a small blue car. It's one of those, the small racers, like the Hondas, the small ones
Mhm, yeah.
that were racing que solamente tienen dos puertas.
Yeah.
It's a four-seater, but only two doors.
Mm-hmm.
And they were in front of us, and I didn't know they were lit. So I didn't know that they were drinking and driving the car in front of us. And you know how the road, it's obviously left side. No, left side. It's the oncoming traffic. And then the right side. No. You know, there's two lanes,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And there's
Mhm.
always like
The
a
incoming and going.
yeah, and there's always something in the middle,
The
Mhm.
median.
the medium, but this didn't have a medium. You had to, it was like cement, a big piece of cement in the middle, and you had to do a U-turn around the cement.
Ah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about, right?
yeah.
So that
Mhm.
middle part there that divides the roads,
Mm-hmm.
I guess they were too drunk and they didn't see it. So they
Mm.
went to turn to the left, but fast as fuck. You know how them people are. When they have those little cars, they're showing
They're like
off and
Tokyo Drift.
uh-huh.
And
So basically, like they literally drove out the neighborhood fast as fuck to turn to the left, and they didn't notice that that concrete was there, and they literally flipped twice. And then when they flipped twice, they landed sideways. So then the little car started like sliding. Bro, lo menos mal que no había traffic on the other side. Apenitas after they stopped sliding, like as soon as they started flipping, apenas venían carros del otro lado. Dude, could you not, like, we were right behind them. So, like,
Yeah.
as soon as we seen that shit, like, we did the U-turn and we went behind, like, we went to go help them.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, as soon as we're pulling up, as soon as I got out the car, I remember seeing, like, one of the guys, like, he jumped out from the car, and then, I guess the other person in the car, le estaban pasando, they were giving the guy bottles and beers, and he was throwing them into the other side of the road on this estaban como grass and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
And I was
Because
like,
they
oh my
knew they
God.
were gonna get.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, are you guys okay? They're like, no, like one of the guys were like, my girlfriend's in the car in the back seat. And I was like, oh my God. And like, I remember like talking like through the glass. I was like, hey, are you okay? And she's like, no, I can't get out. Y era una muchachita gordita. So I was like, bruh, like, I can't help you. But her boyfriend like got in and grabbed her hand, and con los dos muchachos, they pulled her out. She was hurt from her knee, like scraped from her knee. She was bleeding through her jean pants, in her pants.
So it had to be bad though, because if she's
Yeah.
bleeding through jeans.
It was, and oh my God, guys, I was like, damn, I gotta go home. I was like, my mom was right. I should have came out here. I mean, it didn't happen to me, but it's something that a crash
scary to see
really,
it.
really bad that I experienced in front of me. And the fact that I was so scared. I'm not gonna lie, the guy that was driving us and my homegirl, he didn't want to stop and help them. And I was like, no, me and my friends, we were like, no, stop. We're the
Yeah.
only people that is like behind them. Like, we're the only people that witness it right now. I was like, let's help them. And he was like, fine. And that's when like we got out
Like,
the car. And I was like, oh my God. He's like, you see, this is why, like, I didn't want to go see shit. Like, what if they were dying or something? Like, I don't want to see that. I was
Oh
like,
my
yeah, but you
God,
could have been
dramatic.
you could be saving a life. And then, you okay, Glenn? my god. Where's your face
Sorry, I
mask?
have a dry throat.
Yeah, I feel like you're out of, ¿cómo se dice? She's out of, I don't know what they call it.
Oxygen.
No,
Oxygen.
when you don't do something for a very long time, out of practice. So
Out of
now she's
practice of
talking.
So
Se
she's
les
got
está
throat is dry.
seque la garganta.
I mean, like I said, it didn't happen to me, but it was
It's
it
still
was very
traumatic.
like
And you were
traumatic.
young.
yeah. I would say that I have another story too when I got shot, but I already
Oh, at
When
the
I got
party?
shot at, you
yeah, I
mean?
got shot
Shot at.
and oh god, no, I've
Yeah,
not
I
been
was
shot.
about to
but-
say you've been shot before.
no, I in my dream. But yeah, that was my story. Jessica, what's your scary story? Not scary story, but
Mine.
your traumatic story
Yeah,
that has happened to you.
Like you've been scared out your ass.
I think I've said a lot of them on the podcast, but there was one time where I had just came from, I was just going into work
Mm-hmm.
and like estaba la muchacha pues de ese turno y estaba my other coworker, right? There was two and they were relatives, so it was her, the girl y su uncle. Just kidding. So I was coming in and I see them like outside and I'm like, what the fuck? And they're like, and they're yelling at me like, call the cops, call the cops. And I'm like, what? And so then I'm calling, I'm over here like 911. And I'm like, what the fuck do I say? And then the girls starts yelling numbers at me, And I was like, and I like, as soon as the dispatcher answers, I'm like yelling numbers at her. And I'm like 9, 7, V, whatever she's telling me. And then I was like, oh my god, like I don't know what I'm doing. So then I catch up, obviously. These guys, like after everything happened, I don't even know how to say the story because I didn't know what was happening. But apparently they were getting robbed.
That you got there right at the moment.
Yeah, right at the moment what the guys were robbing. So these people, and because I don't know, they don't really in my job no te decían, like, oh, cuando si te quieren robar, dales el dinero, or like, dale lo que quieran, like,
They didn't tell you how to take precautions.
exactly, like what to do. So, everybody was like, what the fuck? And this girl was like, she literally risked her life for a phone, because le robaron un teléfono. Entonces, ahí tienes ella parándose atrás de la troca para que no se fueran. And so it's like, no, just get out of the way. Y el uncle, he was on the other side trying to like hang himself from the door para que no cerrara la puerta. And I'm like, oh my God, no, just like disperse. Because I think it was 3 guys. Y nomás sé cómo se miraba las primeras 2 personas, pero creo que había otra. So we go in the store and she's shaking and I'm like, obviously I'm still on the phone with 911 and I'm like,
and what were those numbers?
License plate.
Okay.
So I'm like, yes, I'm at, and I tell them where I work, the address, and obviously because I know all of this stuff already by my memory. So I tell her the address, my phone number, my name, what's happening, and they're like, no, like, and obviously I'm on the 911 and I'm trying to see like que se quitaran de la troca porque the guy was literally about to run them over.
Wow.
And so then I was like, to me it was like, because I've never been in those situations.
You're like, what do I get run over in front of you?
Yeah, and like I'm like, so then when they finally give up and the people leave, literally what had happened was we're not allowed to give, like, let's say it's iPhones basically. We did not have like dummy phones. So we had like people be like, oh, can I see your phone? Can I see the iPhone? Da 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 da. So we had to pull it out of the box, like brand new box, open the box, show it to them. There's people, right? We're not allowed to hand them the phones. We're just supposed to like show them like that. Or tell them, oh, I don't have one. Like, I don't have like a muestra. And at times I would be like, what the fuck? Like, you know what an iPhone looks like in my head. Pero no, si hay gente que like, oh, can I see it? And I'm like, yeah, but I can't, I can't give it to you in your hand. So then that was a policy because weeks before, the owner, he pulled out, I don't know how many iPhones, he put them on the counter and the guy was like flashing him a lot of money. He left them on the counter, brand new phones in the box, and this man gonna fucking take all the iPhones and run away. Yes, girl.
What?
So it became a policy that we're not allowed to take phones and show and give them to people. So apparently this girl took out the phone and let him hold it.
And he ran off
And
with
he
it.
was like, no, thank you. And obviously, but he didn't run away because remember, there's two other people with him. So he starts walking away. So this girl squeezes through the fucking, ¿cómo se llama? The counter space, and she's blocking the door for him not to leave. But apparently, like, he pushed her off, and like, that's when I
She went
came
behind his
in.
car.
But I'm like, why would you not follow protocol?
Yeah.
But it's because she was the owner's daughter. Still, like, I knew.
Sorry.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
And like, oh well, after that we found out that car was stolen. Like, yeah,
Oh,
like
so they caught them right away.
they didn't catch them exactly, but they knew that when they put in the numbers that I have gave them,
Mm-hmm.
that was a stolen vehicle.
Oh, they told you it was a stolen vehicle.
Yeah. So then they wanted to pull up all the cameras. So that was, ya después de ahí, pues ya no sube yo nada porque
Did
pues
they ever
obviamente
bring you the? Did they ever like bring the phone back?
No.
No.
no, but
No,
they
I'm talking
they
about like the
catch-
police when they caught
no,
them.
they just kept telling us like they were gonna look through
Surveillance footage.
No, they go around pawn shops. That's what it is. They go around pawn shops like the detectives, because the cops, they don't do shit. They just take the report. But once they send your report to a detective, they go and they like they could find it. But if they do, they bring it back. But oh no, they never found it. But we have insurance. Well, the owner, he has insurance for that shit, so he gets paid for the phone. But he has to pay a deductible, so like casi que no. Pero le salió mal porque como quiera le habían robado like a good 4 phones the week before and 2 weeks
And then
before.
5 with this one.
Exactly.
Damn, how do people find the courage to do that
I
shit?
don't know, bitch, but
And the
Tell
fact that
me
most of
why-
them don't get caught, even if you do have cameras. Like,
yeah, like it's insane. And we have, you've been inside that
Yeah.
store. There's 1,000 cameras in
cameras.
there. Like you can't even pick your wedgie out without.
No,
it's
seriously,
insane.
there's a camera right there next to like where you sit down. Like,
Everywhere.
you cannot pick your wedge.
And I think I came across the same guy, not the one that stole the phone from the girl, but the one that stole the phones from the owner, because era un morenito, no judging, but that's who he was. And he came in and he was acting like the way the owner had explained the whole situation to me, it was happening to me.
Oh,
Like he
shit.
came in, he was flashing money, he was asking me prices for all the phones and saying, I'm gonna take this phone and I'm gonna take this phone and I'm gonna take, it was like a good 3 iPhones. And so then, but he's like, oh, can I see them? And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, we have a policy, we can't take them out. Like if you want to buy them that way, like they're brand new in the box, I could show you the box, I just can't take them out and I can't give you the phone. Like there's no way I can pull them out, right? Until you pay me, So he was like, oh, okay. So then he was like, yeah, then I want the iPhone 8 and the iPhone 8 Plus. And we're talking like when those were the it phones then. And I was like, okay. And I pull up because I know my prices, I know my taxes, like I know everything. Like I pull out my little calculator, and taxes and everything. And I tell him the exact amount. Bro, I kid you not, I got so nervous, like my whole body would start shaking. I was like, fuck, if I get robbed, what the fuck am I gonna do in that moment? So my voice is shaking. I'm like, but I'm like, no, I cannot, like, and I'm really bad. Like, yo no me acuerdo ni de cómo me llamo sometimes. So in that moment, I kept looking at him. He had a lot of tattoos. So I kept writing down, like in because we had a bunch of fucking sticky notes everywhere. So I would write, like, he had a red tattoo on his neck. Like una cross. I was like, red neck tattoo, tiene los ojos de este color, tiene esto puesto.
Writing everything down.
As I'm giving him the prices, I'm writing things down.
That was smart.
Girl, because I know myself. Like, si tú me pasa algo, yo no me voy a ver, yo no me voy a acordar. Like, I don't even remember anything. So I'm like, I just kept writing everything down. Like, anything he told me that I felt that I was important, I would write it down. So yeah, when he noticed that I wouldn't budge, he was like, you know what? I'll be back. And I was like, okay, sir, that's fine. And yeah, and he left. But it took him a while for him to leave. And and I felt like, I don't know, like I've never been scared. But after that, like I felt like I was on high alert all of the time. Yes, bitch. Because bitch, after that, I'm telling you, my phone listens to me. Because after that, I felt like I kept getting videos of people getting jacked that worked at cell phone stores.
So you were like, fuck.
Yes, like 2 weeks after that, I saw about this girl. She worked at the same store that I did. Not the same store, but the same like company. She was pregnant. She got punched in the face.
Oh fuck.
And porque le quitaron el pinche cash register. And after that, bitch, I was so fucking tedious. Like, I wouldn't keep more than $130
Register.
in my register. I would hit it. Oh, give me your money. Like, I'm like, here. Y no era mucho.
Yeah.
Because we're talking, I would make a good amount of money on a Sunday. I would, because I was there all day. And it's when people like lose phones the night before because everybody's partying, or they just, that's the time. And I would make good amount of money, so I would hide it after that shit. Because I literally saw, like, I'm like, ¿qué voy a hacer si esto me pasa?
How come you didn't call the cops if you suspected?
I
that this was
didn't
the
call
one
the
before?
cops, but I did, because remember, we already have a detective at that point.
Okay.
So I did address it with the owner, and he was like, oh, like, what he looked like. So then I pull out my little paper,
Yeah.
and I don't know what came of that. Like,
Yeah.
I was never like, ¿cómo se
You
dice?
didn't need that
Updated. I was never updated about it, but I did tell them. I was like, hey, like, the same thing. As soon as he left, I called and I was like, hey, like, the same person that did this, did that, like, the same situation like you did, I happened to me, and I don't know if it's important. And that's when he was like, oh, let me see, like, because I have like the number of the detective and of the case.
Yeah.
And then he was like, well, what did he look like? And that's when I sent him a picture of the little notebook, the note that I had. And apparently the tattoo was very like helpful, the red tattoo.
Yeah.
On the neck.
Yeah, but other than that, like, I wasn't really updated. But bro, that shit was scary.
Girl, now they be stealing from nail salons, bitch. Have you seen
Everywhere.
girls that literally get their nails done and they run out of the salon?
They
What the
run
fuck?
out.
I've seen
They
them.
run
And
the
I'm
fuck
like,
out.
damn, dude, like, you gotta be some type of, like, you have to have no vergüenza, bro. Ni la conoces, güey. Because how the
Because
fuck
you
you
sit
gonna
there
walk
for like
in?
an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, getting your
No, and
nails
some
and
of
knowing.
these bitches are smart because they put like face mask, a hat, like they come in real like suspicious.
Oh, no. Yeah, I think I had seen a video where this girl tried to run, but then the chinita was like, hell nah, bitch. And she caught her, and then you see in the video that la chinita le está cortando las uñas.
Oh,
She's like,
seen it.
I'm
Two
taking
teenager
out, I'm
girls.
taking it
Uh-huh.
out.
Girls,
You
yeah.
seen it? Like,
That's how it
I
should
just
be.
saw
Yeah,
que le
if you
estaba
can't pay
cortando
for
las
it,
uñas.
like, let me take it off of you because that's my service right there.
That's
But that's
mine.
crazy because you're actually endangering.
Your
Life
life.
over some
Yeah.
$50,
Because-
$40 nails.
That
For
is
example,
insane.
if you're the one that's about to steal something, you don't know if that owner has a gun.
Mhm.
And they can
They're
rightfully
carrying-
shoot you.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
So
'cause
you're
if you
not.
feel like your life is in danger.
Yeah. So it's like vice versa. Like the person that's becoming the victim, like you're in danger. But then again, if you're trespassing or you're doing something that you're not supposed
Yeah,
to,
you're gonna get hurt.
The same luck that you're gonna get something out of that.
Yeah.
Karma don't sleep for nobody.
Mm-mm.
And
Exactly.
I have seen a few stories like that where people like break in and then they get shot and then they end up, passing away
Yeah.
due to
But
like
just don't
trespassing.
steal, guys.
Yeah.
Don't steal people's houses. Don't go into
Just
people's
don't
houses.
steal
No.
from anybody. Like that motherfucker that said they stole something from one of us, but
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
they still have it. That's
Still.
weird.
Well, I
Like, you
wouldn't be
stole my
shocked that
shit.
it's
What
one
if
of
they
us
did? What
three
if they did some
because
voodoo shit on our shit, dude? That's
That's
weird to
weird.
say.
No,
like,
wait.
oh, and I still have it.
no, wait. Talking about that, like, I
I'm sorry,
remember.
this
No, talking about that, like, they used to steal, bro. I remember they used to steal us like once a week back in the day. We
Yeah.
ain't got
Oh, yeah.
shit.
Mhm.
We don't have shit. Pero
Same
no
here.
sé si alguien que se metía like to look through our shit. I don't know what the
To
fuck it
fuck
was.
with us.
It was to
Girl,
fuck
pero
with us,
tú
'cause
mirabas,
pinche
I don't know if you
desmadre que
were
hacían.
with us, una vez que caminamos yo, tú y otras dos muchachas de la high school. Iba esta muchacha, ¿cómo se llama?
I think I know.
You think?
Mhm.
Bro, we walked to my house, bro. Tell me why. As soon as we walk in, I'm like,
Something was suspicious.
yeah. I get to my room. My room is destroyed.
Oh, yes, I remember.
bro.
Mhm.
Destroyed.
Yeah,
And
so
we
this been
didn't.
happening since you've been in school.
Yes, bitch. Like,
Dang.
they went through my daughter's shit. They took her necklace, her bracelet, like like all of like that. That's not the worst, bro. The worst is that my underwear were everywhere. Like I just could not be there anymore. Like I felt like I was violated. Like your room is not, obviously your room is not. I didn't heal. No tenía nada like que
Value?
dijeras value or secretos or like something that some like let's say nudes or something that could
Yeah.
expose me. But just the feeling to know that somebody was in my spot,
Yeah.
in my, they could have peed in my shit, they could have fucking, I don't know, just spit in my things, like I don't know, like
It's
since
good.
then.
Your house is your personal.
Your sacred place,
Yeah,
kind
your
of
sacred.
ish.
Yeah. So
Yeah, girl,
anybody
I
who
feel
enters.
so, I feel so disgusted. I feel so,
Scared.
oh
Like,
no, see.
how do you say it? Not humiliated, but you felt like they
Like
had.
defeated. Like for me, that's how I felt. I was like,
Yeah.
damn, bro, these bitches really got me. They caught me slacking. Like, fuck.
And like Jessica said, like they would go through your underwears. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, like it happened to me too. I was in middle school, so obviously I kept track of my underwears because this is when I had switched from granny panties to las tangas, you know, to them little boxer underwear. So
Yeah.
I knew the underwears that I had because I had, like I said, I was just transitioning
Yeah.
from granny panties to the boy boxers, tight boy boxers, I guess you could say. So I noticed that like maybe one or two of my underwears were missing.
Damn.
Yeah, girl, it's
So I felt
just too
so
much.
weird. Like Jessica says, you feel like fuck, you're entering my comfort zone, and like on top of that, my
And you can
calzones
tell
cagados.
these people, no, these
Man.
people were desperate, dude. These
They're
people were
mean.
like anything they could get their hands on, they were gonna fuck up.
And
Because
cada
no,
piece
let
of
me tell
shit
you,
Sin vergüenza.
them bitches. When I was in, this happened to me when I was in middle school too. So
Thank
it's been, I'm like, it's
God.
been years of this shit, like where they be breaking and entering.
Yeah.
So on this particular time, I had already went in, or I think the door was left open. I don't remember how I figured it out, but all I know was once I went in my room, I had a basically, you know those little, how do you want to say, like them charities that you do for school. You sell chocolates for your band or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Well, I was an Avid, and it was like a college, like they help you a lot with
yeah.
college. I love Avid. Oh my god. But anyway, so I was fucking selling chocolates. Tell me why they robbed all my money I had from the chocolates.
Oh, hell no.
And I had to explain to the teacher, like,
Damn,
bitch, I can't pay you
yeah.
those
She
50.
basically had to take like the police report.
Yeah.
And she added like they
Some
stole
chocolates.
the money from the chocolate.
Chocolates, yeah. And then my teacher was so nice about it. She
She
was like, "Oh
paid
my
for
god,
it.
yeah, she paid for it because you know all that money goes to certain something or whatever charity the school, you know." So she had to pay my $50. So I was like, my mom can't pay it, I can't pay it. Like, girl, we ain't paying it. And she was like, no, but literally she was so nice. She was like, oh, as long as everyone's okay, that's all that matters. Don't worry about it. And I was like, but literally, I felt so embarrassed because the next day at school, I had to wear whatever I could find. Like, you know, I didn't have no clean clothes. They literally ransack your shit, like anything to find anything.
Yeah, and I'm telling
we
you,
went
like,
through it too. It was harsh, and it throws you off. Like it pisses you off because you're like, which of these motherfuckers?
Yeah.
Did it?
yeah.
And
You don't
like
look at-
any bum that you see on the side of the street,
You got
and
my
you're like,
shit, bitch.
yeah,
You.
yeah. And
my
I'm like,
shit back.
damn, just go get your fucking self a job. You
Yeah.
know, you want to have it like this.
Yours
then go
happened in the
get it
hood too?
in the hood,
In the
girl.
hood. Oh my god. I'm telling you, dude.
Yeah.
It's because that's where, I'm telling you, that's where
Nah,
the
but
worst.
now, but
Ay,
now,
no, lo que me mataba es que rompían otra ventana, otra
yeah.
They
ventana.
would go in order, bitch. They would start from left to right, bitch.
I'm like, damn.
Our house was
Yes.
all boarded up because
Yes.
se llevaban todas las putas ventanas, and I'm like, fuck, bitch, bro.
And it would take my mom like I would say like
Like
a week.
oh, no, bitch.
month.
Like a month.
Yeah.
For her to find a window that matched the size of
The
to put the
things,
frame and to put it in and stuff. It was pretty tragic.
Now them hobos can't hide because they stay in the tents. We know where they stay at now.
I was
They
just
can't.
about to say
No,
something. I
pero
was about to be
let me
like,
tell you
"Watch out,
something.
Fish in
Sometimes,
But
Paradise."
sometimes it's actually people that
like,
we
they know
really-
you.
Yeah.
That's
I
what
feel
I was
like
about
in
to
the
say.
case of
That's what I
when we
thought
got
too.
robbed when it was close to Karina's quinceañera, it was definitely somebody that knew her, bro. Definitely somebody that went to her
Bro,
quinceañera.
Karina got a
Yeah.
lot of good stuff for her
Dude, she
quince.
got $600
It was
cash.
very nice. A lot of gold jewelry.
Ajá,
Very
and all
nice.
gasto. Y mi madre le sobró un chingo de cerveza, bro. They didn't even leave a fucking can of cerveza.
They took
They left all the
beer.
Coke, all the Sprite, but not the cerveza. But I'm not gonna lie, they got the jackpot with that one, bro. Because
Mhm.
they had
did.
Jordans.
Yeah,
Jordans.
they took my. I only have wore them twice. They took my Jordans.
Yeah, son perra. No.
Yeah.
But guess what? they ain't got shit still.
So yeah, we took that
it is
personal
what it
when we
is.
got that fucking question. I felt like,
Like, who's fucking with us like that?
mhm.
The nerve they have.
I'm like,
The nerve.
I'm
Yeah.
like, nah, pero no se les
First
quita
of all,
because
how
how about be real and just say who the fuck you are and just like, you don't have to do it on anonymous, bitch. Actually send the real DM.
how about you send us our shit back?
No. The nerve that they still follow us.
Yeah, right. Like, damn,
It's
bitch,
okay.
you
It's okay.
still
It's
wondering?
okay.
You still watching?
Be like, yeah, just hit that follow button. Just say like, and we'll forgive you.
I don't know if I forgive you. You got my chanclas, bitch? You got my jewelry? What's up? I'm just kidding. Nah, I'm not kidding. Nah, but ahora, I
But
feel
she
like-
was devastated. She gonna act now. She
yeah.
was devastated.
Oh yeah, I didn't get to and like my quinceañera was on a Saturday. We got robbed on Monday.
Yeah,
Oh,
literally.
I
She didn't get to enjoy none
I
of
didn't get to
her
enjoy.
stuff.
And that day, I remember, I was like, "Bro, I'm about to take all my jewelry on. I'm about to show out." But then I was like, "No, I don't want my friends or like people to be like, I está nomás porque tuvo su quinceañera se cree mucho with all her jewelry." So I'm like, "Let me just leave them behind." And I did, and they ended up stealing it all.
But we heard who you were, so fuck you
Oh yeah.
and your shitty van.
Is there somebody I know too?
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah, I think you do.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we heard.
Yeah,
It's
we
from the
found out
rumors.
later on. And
From the
then,
hood?
no, it was from Pop.
Hey, pero no parado, but literally 2021 or 2022, the beginning of 2022, a van got robbed from our house. Dude, somebody se le ocurrió to leave the van on and with the doors open. And so while they were inside our house, somebody went into the truck and turned that bitch on and skirt out of there. Like,
he walked back, got in the van.
Y'all saw it in the camera?
No, but I didn't see it in the camera.
Yeah, you can see it on our neighbor's camera from the front where he walked. So they dropped, like, the car passed by.
Yeah,
and
a white car dropped them off.
I guess the doors open, and then like they turned back around, dropped them off by the corner. He started walking, hopped on the van, and left.
The whole reason was and then y'all see y'all running like weirdos?
No,
they were running.
My mom came in like, call the cops, they just stole the van. And I was like, what? Mom, how the fuck are they gonna steal the van? Like, oh my god.
That's insane.
Here I am speed chasing through Ocoee, thinking it was to Ocoee. They went straight to South Apopka. I went the opposite side, and the dispatcher was like, "You cannot risk your life for a van. Stop chasing them." I'm like, bitch, I'm not chasing no one, ho. I'm trying to find them.
And then
No,
Karina
but
was on the phone, and so I called 911 because I didn't know she was already calling 911. They were like, "Oh, is this the emergency about the van?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "You guys do not need to be calling two at a time." I was like, "Bitch, well, fuck you." Like, I literally was like, "Fuck you," then. Like, what a fucking bitch. The way she was like, "You guys don't both need to be calling at the same time." I was like, "Man, fuck you." Like,
you
fuck
can
you
be
then.
fucking nicer about that. And for your fucking manager hearing me, yeah, you need to check this bitch. You know they hear the call, right?
Yeah.
The managers, they can hop onto the calls. They can hear
I don't know
you.
why they didn't say something.
Get a better job. A job you like. All right, guys. So that was it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoy it because I know I did. The Cheesemas always, you just talk that you're just like, damn,
It's
like
good.
you can't even forget that you're doing the podcast. Like that's how like we get so into the conversation. But thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to follow us on our TikTok, Radio Na Latinas Here We Come, as well as Facebook and Instagram. As well, we will always like do our questions. Just answer them correctly or don't answer them at all.
And stay tuned because we do have a special guest.
Yes, we're gonna have a
Next
special guest,
week.
and I know everybody's gonna be surprised because I'm like surprised and I'm still shocked and I'm nervous as fuck. But it's okay because she's a super sweetheart. And yeah, just stay tuned in and thank you so much for the support.
For the collab.
Yeah. Alrighty, bye.
Bye.
So this is Jessica,
Joanna,
Jessie.
Karina.
and this is
Ready or Not, Latinas, Here We Come.